Hollywood's latest tearjerker isn't coming from a movie set. It's coming from Selena Gomez. But Americans aren't buying her performance, and it's time to talk about why.
I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Selena has 422 million followers on Instagram, 87 million on Facebook, and 65 million on Twitter. Like it or not, her voice has enormous reach. If you haven't seen it, Selena breaks down over immigration enforcement. The internet's response was swift and telling. The video was parodied so quickly, Gomez had to take it down.
All my people are getting attacked. The children.
Think about this. When Gomez says, "my people," who is she talking about? She's from Texas. If she means Mexican Americans, no one's attacking them. President Trump is keeping a campaign promise to deport illegal immigrants who have committed serious crimes in the United States. You know, the idea of a country maintaining borders is biblical. Deuteronomy tells us God himself fixed the borders of the peoples. Americans are tired of Hollywood celebrities living in gated, multi-million-dollar mansions with private security preaching open borders. Let me show you real pain.
We need better control. We need to stop this. We need to stop losing our littles. We need to stop losing children, mothers, sisters.
Over 4,300 American citizens are killed every year by illegal aliens. Right. And when have you ever heard our stories on liberal media or heard one liberal politician talk about us?
She was going to be a 7th grader. She had her whole life ahead of her. And it was viciously taken away by two evil, heinous monsters.
The tears of angel moms and dads, parents whose children were murdered by an illegal immigrant. How many angel moms has Selena Gomez met with? Why aren't tears running down her cheeks for them? Where was Selena's emotional video for Laken Riley, a bright, beautiful 22-year-old nursing student who was murdered while jogging on the University of Georgia campus? Her killer, a Venezuelan gang member, Jose Ibarra, snuck into the U.S. illegally in 2022 on Joe Biden's watch. He was arrested and released after committing multiple crimes. Ibarra never should have been in the country. Laken was studying to save lives. She went for a morning run, and she never came home. President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, has met with hundreds of grieving angel moms and dads.
You can see the numbers steadily increase, the number of arrests nationwide as we open up the aperture. Right now it's concentrating public safety threats, national security threats. That's a smaller population. So we're going to do this on priority base, as President Trump's promised, but as that aperture opens, there'll be more arrests nationwide.
While Gomez is crying about border enforcement, she's starring in Emilia Perez, a movie celebrating a transgender drug cartel boss. While she's shedding tears about children, perhaps she should consider how her work influences young minds, and not to mention the parading of a cartel leader as a hero. The hypocrisy is stunning. When Tom Homan talks about border enforcement, he's talking about stopping the 600% increase in sex trafficking on the southern border, record numbers of terrorists on watch lists crossing over, 250,000 Americans dead from fentanyl coming from Mexico. Deporting criminals isn't hurting children, it's protecting them. You know, the left loves to use children as weapons. Disagree with them and you're evil or cruel. Well, here's another truth. When the same people who champion abortion on demand try to guilt trip you about children at the border, the mask starts to slip. Americans voted to send Trump back to the White House to put an end to the emotional manipulation and the virtue signaling. We don't need Hollywood elites influencing border policy. We need real solutions that protect American lives. The Bible tells us in Proverbs 14:12, there's a way that seems right to a man, but in the end leads to death. These emotional appeals about open borders might seem compassionate, but they lead to more trafficking, more crime, more families devastated, like Laken Riley's. True compassion requires wisdom, and wisdom requires us to face reality. Reporting from Israel for the Real Life Network, I'm Daniel Cohen.